Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Deriel Laska Lubna. I'm a master student of Business Administration in Bandung Institute of Technology. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank to Dr. Erman Sumirat as my accounting lecturer to give me opportunity to make this video. And this video was made to fulfill the accounting exam. And here I want to convey the analysis that I have made on the company that I choose. And I chose to analyze PT Samudra Indonesia. This analysis consists of financial statement and responsibility center. Okay, here's a table of contents. I want to start with international company. So here is a company profile. PT Samudra Indonesia is an integrated cargo transportation and logistics company established in 1964. The company origins date back to the early 1950s, starting as an international shipping agency founded by Mr. Sudarpo Sastro Satomo. Since 1999, company has been publicly listed on the Indonesia Stock Exchange. With experience for more than 50 years, Samudra Indonesia has been able to develop a well-respected and well-recognized Samudra brand name. Samudra Indonesia is committed to delivering the best solution in cargo, transportation, and logistics. We have vision of Samudra Indonesia is to connecting Indonesia, and there are three missions of Samudra Indonesia. The first one is providing transportation service to meet the demand of distribution activities all over Indonesia. Second is to ensure sustainable business growth and deliver additional value to the shareholders. And the last is providing a solution efficient logistics. And last, we have a corporate value to uphold high level of integrity and professionalism. And here is the shareholder composition. Management takes 0.4%, citizens take 27.3%, PT Samudra Indonesia Tangguh take 14.3%, and the last is PT Ngerumat Bunda Utomo take 57.9%. And here is key segment of PT Samudra Indonesia. The first one is Samudra Shipping, second is Samudra Terminal, third is Samudra Logistic, fourth is Samudra Agencies, and the last is Samudra Properties. We start with financial statement. So here is the income statement. This is the graphic of income statement. As we can see, the service revenue are increased from the previous year, 2020 to 2021. Even though it is facing a pandemic, PT Samudra Indonesia can improve its performance, increasing its revenue, and income tax expense increased by 30.3% in 2021. Okay, as you can see also, here is a table. Here is a financial report that I took from idx.co.id. Okay, in line with the recovery in global economic activity as reflected by the increasing demand for international container shipping, the company is optimistic that it will find opportunities to improve performance in 2021. So, PT Samudra Indonesia also improved their performance with increasing the service revenue each year. So, here's change in equity. Based on this table, the company's 2020 dividend payment paid in 2021. So we can see this is not significant increase of 427 US dollars. On June 2020, the shareholders approved to distribute cash dividend amounting 8 rupiah per share. And then on June 2021, the shareholder approved to distribute cash dividend amounting to 10 rupiah per share. In balance sheet, it can be seen that assets from 2020 increased by 48 US dollars, an increase in cash and cash equivalents of 43 US dollars. And account receivable decreased, which is decrease not too significant. This decrease may occur because there is a possibility that the debtor has started paying off this debt. We're looking forward to cash flow. Based on this table, we can see that some value have the increase and decrease. Okay, we see from cash flow operating activities. Cash payment to suppliers decreased by uh, 18, 18 million US dollars in 2021. Net cash obtained from operating activities experience also increased significantly. The significant increase in operating activities may be due to the pandemic period, making the company improve its operating performance. Okay, next we see from investing activities, the proceed from the sale of fixed asset experienced a significant increase. And the third, we can see from cash flow from financing activities. Net cash obtained from financing activities decreased significantly by, as we can see from this table, 7,241 US dollars in 2021. Net increase in cash and cash equivalents experienced in significant increase of 40 million US dollars in 2021. So here is the analysis of the financial statement of PT Samudra Indonesia in period June 2020 and June 2021. The first one is comparative analysis. From the comparative analysis, we know that the increase in the balance of cash and cash equivalents is a large balance and indicate that company operational activities are running well. Why running well? Because in general, the cash balance and cash equivalents are closely related to the receipt of the company cash income. Okay, next is the addition of the cash and cash equivalents account balance can also be affected by the receipt of loans proposed by the company. Third, the increase in current liabilities was influenced by an increase in account payable. And the last is there is a significant increase in the retained earnings that have not been determined and controlling interest. Okay, next we have liquidity ratio. There are three. The first one is current ratio. The result of current ratio is 1,364. This ratio shows that the company is still classified as paying off short-term obligation with all current asset on. And second is quick ratio with result is 1,228. This ratio shows that the company is still classified as able to pay off short-term obligation with current asset. And the last is cash ratio with result 0.689. This ratio shows that the company cannot pay off its short-term obligation even only use cash and cash equivalents. Okay, next we have a profitability ratio. There are three type of this ratio. The first one is ROI. ROI ratio is 0.60. This figure is still relatively small because it is below an effectiveness. So the effectiveness of threshold is 10% or 0.100. It shows that the company is still not fully able to utilize its resource. Okay, next we have ROE, return on equity. So the result is 0.137. The level of effectiveness is measured by a minimum limit of 10%, or we can say 0.100. And the last is return on asset. The calculation from return from asset, we get 0.63. The figure also same, relatively small because it is below the effectiveness threshold. Here show that the company is still not fully able to utilize the company resource. Okay. Next, we have solvency ratio. There are debt to asset. We get a value debt to asset is 0.563. This ratio shows that the company has liability that are smaller than the company total asset. And next, we have debt equity. We get the value of debt to equity is 1,286. It shows that the company has liability that is greater than company capital. Next is responsibility center. So responsibility center have four parts. The first one is revenue center. What is revenue center? Revenue center is a distinct operating unit of a business that is responsible for generating sales. Okay, the second we have profit center. What is profit center? Profit center is a business unit or department within a organization that is generates revenues and profit or loss. Next, we have a cost center. What is cost center? Cost center is a unit within an organization that follow the function. Okay, and the last we have investment center. Investment center is a business unit in a firm that can utilize capital to contribute directly to a company profitability. We have analyzed the revenue and the profit center of PT Samudra Indonesia. As you can see from this table and this graph, the company's sales level experienced a significant increase of 10% in gross profit by 47%. The following table show the increase in revenue and gross profit of PT Samudra Indonesia. So this is a decrease, yeah. Sales also decrease. It means good for the revenue and profit. Okay, next is gross profit margin analysis. GPM has formula gross profit divided by net sales. GPM is a metric financial statement showing how efficiently a business manage its operation. So based on this table, GPM has increased by 10% condition of PT Samudra Indonesia. It means good. By calculating the gross profit margin or GPM, company management can better understand its profitability in general. But we need to keep in mind that this ratio doesn't matter critical financial considerations such as administration costs and personnel, which is included in calculating operating margin. Okay, then this is cost center analysis. As we can see from this table or this graph, the direct variable cost decreased from the previous year as much as 8,000 US dollars. However, direct labor costs increased from the last year as much as 264 US dollar. Fixed costs also increased by 1,654 US dollars in 2021. Okay, last conclusion. From liquidity ratio, the company can increase cash balance, which will not lead to idle cash, but it will the corridor to pay off short-term obligation. And from profitability ratio, we can conclude that the company can still not maximize the company resource to earn a profit. From the solvency ratio, company can be categorized as having sufficient ability to pay off all obligation with all resources owned by the company. So I think what we conclude from this presentation, this company always managed to increase revenue from year to year. The factor for the increase international container freight rates increased revenue from a container shipping company. During this pandemic, the company took the initiative by cost efficiency, reviewing long-term investment and manage cash flow more effectively. So that are the company's strategy during this pandemic. Yeah. So what I can suggest for this company, I think companies must be able to suppress the company data sources like assets because I think high asset will not necessarily make the company good. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for opportunity, sir. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.